Marineland, once again at the center of controversy. A new investigation has revealed more than a dozen whales have died at the park in just the last 4 years. Mark Carcasole joins us from Niagara Falls with more. Mark.
Alan, this all comes from a Canadian press investigation using documents obtained from the province through a Freedom of Information request. Those documents show that there have been questions about the water quality here at the park and hence the health of some of the animals here for quite some time. And advocates we spoke to today lay the blame for the deaths of these mammals not just on park administration but also on provincial officials who they feel have not done enough and have not been open enough about exactly what they're doing about it. 15 marine mammals have died at Marineland since 2019, according to an investigation by the Canadian press. Provincial documents the agency obtained through a Freedom of Information request show 14 of those deaths were among various whales at the park and a dolphin. 3 of them this year, including Kiska, the park's last killer whale.
Well, this isn't the first time they've been ordered to address the water issue, and this isn't the first time that they said they would, and this isn't the first time that they didn't, and here we are with multiple dead animals, as we said would happen, as we forewarned back in 2012.
Phil Demers is one of the whistleblowers that first drew attention and criticism to the park.
What surprises me that it's been this long and there's been no accountability whatsoever, and frankly, this is what we're seeing is another example of exactly that.
The province's Animal Welfare Services has been in charge of compliance inspections at the park since the start of 2020. While officials say they cannot provide many details, the CP report says the province told Marineland in May of 2021 that it had to improve its water quality because the animals were in distress, a claim Marineland disputed, appealing the decision.
First of all, Ontario has the weakest regulations governing captive wildlife in the country, but also those minimal regulations are not being properly enforced.
All this just fuels calls from advocates for changes at the Marineland site.
We're asking the government, enough is enough. Close down this facility, do a proper animal welfare check, be transparent with the public about what's going on, and work with Marineland on a transition plan.
Despite multiple controversies over the last decade, the park still operates, still runs shows and informational sessions, still draws an audience. Animal rights advocates are hoping the latest news makes potential patrons reconsider.
Best place to see animals, wild animals, is in the wild.
Friends don't let friends go to Marineland, so tell a friend, don't go to Marineland.
Now, we reached out to Marineland for comment on this Canadian press investigation, and as they typically have over the last decade or so of us reporting on this story, they did not reply by deadline, although a letter previously posted to marineland.ca from the owner says that the park has, quote, a strong record of providing for the welfare of its animals and will continue to prioritize their health and well-being as a central focus of their mission. Alan, back to you.
Thank you, Mark.